The following episode of the Top Gun Show is being provided for the sales partners of NXTSYS as yet another valuable tool to help your customers make informed decisions. Enjoy. Well, welcome to the Top Gun Show, where I try to bring you new providers, new technologies, and introduce you to the best professionals in the industry, all so you can make informed decisions. Today, I'd like to welcome Julien Brosseau, the Associate General Counsel of Commercial Transactions and Strategic Matters for AppDirect. Based in Montreal, Julien has held the roles of Senior Corporate Counsel and Senior Counsel, Head of AppSmart, in the nearly 4 years he's been with the company. I've had the pleasure of working with Julien on several agency agreements as I focused on building the sales partner community for AppSmart in the South Central. I had a nice conversation with him at Channel Partners in Las Vegas, which led me to invite him onto the Top Gun Show. Julien, welcome to the Top Gun Show.
Thanks, Steve. Pleasure to be here.
Nice to have you, man. Well, because I ran an agency in California before joining AppSmart for almost 5 years, I've had the experience with agency agreements with several of the largest master agencies that we compete with. This makes me really appreciate the simplicity of the AppSmart agency agreements that we have in place today for our sales partners. In your opinion, is our advisor agreement unique or better than other master agency agreements that you've seen, and why?
Well, Steve, I'm not so much into the comparison game, but I can tell you this. Our agent agreement is very good and is very friendly. It's very good and it's very friendly because our success depends on the success of our advisors. And for advisors to be successful, we want to give them a no-nonsense legal structure. And that means, more specifically, perfect evergreen, no exclusivity, no quotas, minimal covenants. Essentially what we want to do is get to business and not get legal in the way.
That's a great answer. I mean, I can hear agency owners right now watching this going, what? Are you kidding me? I mean, that's what happened. I mean, when I built the South, I think I've added maybe 80 partners. And when I've sent them the agreement, they go, really? That's it? That's great. Easy to do business with. Well, the next question, I've heard that the AppSmart Advisor Agreement enables growth and evolution by its building block structure. Why don't you explain what that means?
Sure. So at AppSmart, we're more than an agency. We're really trying to build a marketplace for B2B digital transactions. And by building block structure, we mean that we want to enable all our merchants, all our providers, all our marketplace participants to tap seamlessly into all the services that we offer. So that means that when you move from one service to another or one world to another, you don't need to recontract and get back to redlining and going back and forth. All our agreements build and lock into each other. And that leads to very quick contracting. And I could get some examples, and we've worked on these transactions, Steve. Like, we've worked on app capital advances for 6 figures that were done in 24 hours with 0 red lines. That's because our agreements, they work together and they're friendly.
That's great, man. I love it. I love it. Next question, what's your goal? What's your goal with the advisor agreements?
Well, my goal is essentially to get business first. And I think that often when you deal with lawyers, lawyers come with a certain perspective of the world and a certain risk tolerance. And I try to keep myself in check. Of course, I'm an attorney. I have those reflexes. They kick in once in a while. But ultimately, my goal is, as I said at the top, is that I want the business to grow. And I recognize that for our business to grow, our advisors must grow. And I want to do everything in my power so that advisors could grow seamlessly and we don't get tripped up into abstract legal concepts.
I love it, man. I love it. I like that you said you've got attorney reflexes at times.
That's right.
That's pretty good. Right. That's pretty good. I love it. Well, you're great to work with, man. I got to tell you, I'm really proud to work alongside of you and to be on your team. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you, Steve.
Well, last question. I know you're a big fan of the Top Gun Show up there in Canada. And I know that there are millions and millions of people watching you right now. Why don't you tell the viewers a fun little known fact about yourself?
Sure. So I think Steve, I'm a father of 2 young children, and it is very important for me that, we eat well, we eat healthy, but, competing schedules. My wife was also quite busy, so I'm the designated cook of the house. So if you have calls with me late afternoon, early evening, and you hear pots clanging, stuff simmering, carrots being chopped, that's all me. That's the cooking and that's the multitasking. So there you go, lawyer and cook.
Love it, man. I love good stuff. Keeping it all in balance. I love it. Well, hey, Julian, I know you're busy. You're probably working on contracts right now, and we're growing like a weed. But thanks for carving out time out of your busy schedule to be on the Top Gun Show. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Steve. Pleasure to be here. Love working with you, man.
Thank you. Thanks for watching, everybody.